So this is what is it? We don't even know what this is.
Yeah, we don't even know the name yet. So this is our new podcast
The
slash
n-
radio, whatever you
the
want to call it.
the new podcast. That's
The
good
new
actually.
podcast. Yeah, that's a good name.
That's a good name.
Yeah,
It's
we can
definitely
start
not
it.
the old. It's definitely
It's
not the
definitely not
old
the old one.
podcast because we don't have one. So that's great. So for people that don't know, which is everybody, this
Yeah,
is
literally
right.
everyone.
Nobody knows, right? So this is this is just two people talking about cool shit because we don't have stuff to do in this
Yeah,
quarantine, right? There's nothing to do in the
exactly.
quarantine other than drink. So we work and drink. Well, I work and drink. So so that's what the podcast is about. So what's going on,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
What's going on in India?
Well, India is good, man. It's like they're lifting the ban in phases now. So
Oh,
supposedly, it's like I just checked on Flipkart today. Okay, I was just checking out if I can buy, protein or something,
okay.
and then I just realized that surprisingly they have lifted the ban for the entire like e-commerce site. Okay, like you can even buy things like cell phones, mobile phones, and stuff like
Oh,
that.
shit.
And then I was actually discussing this. Today with a few people, and then we were like, this completely sounds like a wrong move. And then it just few hours later I got a news saying saying that no, they are actually turning that back and the ban is now back on.
So you can go to Flipkart and buy a cell phone during a global pandemic. So
Exactly,
I
because
think
cell phones are more important than people. So
cell phones are more important than people.
apparently, yeah,
Everybody needs Instagram, right? So
exactly.
it's the stupidest thing about this whole thing is like the whole Instagram challenge thing. Although I like it, it's also stupid. So my sister challenged me to this Spider-Man challenge thing yesterday, which makes no sense.
What shit is that?
Yeah, you have to like climb up on the wall, well, like Spider-Man, and then you have to put a shirt on. Like that's the challenge, and I didn't.
Oh yeah, I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah. So that's like people are really losing it. Like when the challenge says something like Spider-Man challenge, like things are pretty bad. So they
Might as well
started.
call it monkey challenge or something. When I saw that challenge, it's so weird. It does
It
not
is
even
so.
visually look good.
No, it looks bad. It looks bad. The whole concept is bad. It does not prove anything about you or anybody else. It's just there
Or
is
your
nothing to.
level,
Yeah.
fitness levels for that matter. Nothing. Like it just
Yeah, I guess if you have like really bad upper body strength, like if you're really weak, it's maybe maybe. Other than, like it
but
proves that you are alive. Like
but but then even push-ups will be like impossible for you in that case. So
yeah,
might
it's
as
true.
well try that challenge or something like 10
No,
push-ups or something.
that's definitely a thing. So because when there was a 10 push-up challenge, and you could see like some people that have never worked out, they are actually struggling. Like at push-up 6, they are struggling for the seventh one, and the eighth one, the ninth one is like a victory lap. It's like I have arrived, and the 10th one is like now you're basically the shit. You're like you are the
Your
shit.
god mode.
You are God. Like by 10 push-ups, you are God. Do you remember that guy in our gym, in our first gym in India, that military guy? I forget his name, man.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah.
yeah. He used to make us do like hundreds of push-ups. I don't
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I fucking hated that guy. He was good, but I hated that guy. I,
It,
I
it
hated
was
him.
it was more about running, I think, for him than anything else.
It was more about running, jumping ropes. Did we jump ropes? Jumping jacks. We did jumping jacks.
Yeah.
Some bullshit like that. And it was like 7 minutes, and he judged you on a scale. It was, but as an idiot teen, like you don't care about all that stuff. You're like whatever. This guy's from the Indian army. Looks like a badass. Let's just go with whatever he's doing. Good times.
True that, man.
So the other thing I wanted to ask you about is how you're being like productive and stuff during this time, or are you just sleeping around?
So I am sleeping a lot, obviously, but that's mostly because I'm sleeping late. So in the afternoon, then I end up sleeping for like at least 20-25 minutes every day.
Oh,
But
every
overall,
day.
I think it's like super productive actually. I'm one of those people who are like happy to be working from home because it's like you have your own space, you have your own mechanical keyboard in front of you to uh, like type away to
Oh, of
glory.
course. Shout out to
RG
all our mechanical people, man. The mechanical
yeah, of
keyboard
course.
people. We are
And
on that team. So.
RGB too, obviously. You can't have it without RGB. So.
No, I have mine without RGB. I
Oh,
actually
is
don't like.
it?
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
don't like.
No.
Yeah, I don't like
No,
RGB.
I like red, so it matches my laptop's keyboard color and it feels calm at night. So I'm like, okay, red it is for me.
That's cool, man. I've been trying to do the same thing, but it's very hard to be. I feel like I'm not at work.
So you're less productive as like overall, or it's
No,
equal?
actually, I'm more productive for sure.
Exactly.
But that said, I do not feel like I'm at work, which might be a good thing. You know what I mean?
Why not, right? I mean, it's okay. It's like cool,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. As long as you get shit done. I think we're lucky in that sense, like as engineers, as
Yeah.
people who can work remotely, like
Exactly.
we can still make good money in this. In this
Predominantly, yeah, predominantly it's on laptops and like gadgets anyway, so it
Yeah,
doesn't matter for us. I think the people worst hit are the ones who are not either digital, who don't have worked in the digital space, or then it's like doctors and all. Like those guys are. So actually, I was just thinking the other day, doctors and all, they are the true like army here, right? They are on the front lines because this is not the like this is a war basically. It's a war against the virus, right? And
it is a war,
the first like correspondent, like first line of defense here or whatever is like the doctors basically as people, like they are the real soldiers here.
Yeah, the doctors and nurses, man. Like nurses are so underrated. Like because the nurses they have like maximum exposure to people because they process people in, like they do all this stuff that doctors don't do. The doctor just shows up,
Takes the credit and goes.
and then fucks off, and he makes more money too. So I'm seeing a lot more infections in nurses and like people
Yeah,
around,
true
like
that.
the whole people in the whole healthcare system. But yeah, those are the people that
But
are,
either way though, like even doctors in this particular case are actually going way out of their way to like actually heal people or like take care of people. So I think like you said, like the entire healthcare system, like even the clerical people who are like there on the front desk, for example, like without them the hospital won't function, right? So I mean each and every person who's actually going out there, maybe the driver who drives the ambulance or anyone who's related to the healthcare, like people who provide food to them, I think all of them are like really directly involved basically. Like all of us are also involved, but our job is really, I mean, the easiest. That just don't go out. I mean, how hard is it? Like, it's like that's it. That's how we should help. I mean, I think this must be like the easiest war to be like contribute to, right? I mean, what do you have to do to contribute? Just don't go out.
is users don't go out, but like people can be really fucked because they're like once you take jobs away, the economy might collapse and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
One more thing I noticed was really cool. I went like I was driving across like a hospital, right? And there was like the hospital has two wings. There's like a east wing and a west wing, and they have this bridge that goes across it. And on this bridge, they have this like thing written in like huge bold letters, and it's like lit up, and it says "Heroes work here." And I was really like, happy
nice. Wow.
I was really happy about that shout out, man, because like they deserve the credit that they deserve all the credit that they can get right now. So
seriously, man, they step up for the job. I mean, it's crazy.
yeah, all you have to do is sit at home and watch Tiger King. Have you seen that thing, the Tiger King?
No, what is that?
Dude, it's fucked up. There is this series on Netflix. It's gone viral, and it's like I won't spoil it for you, but the basic plot is
No,
like
chances of me watching it is like very less. So you can well actually don't actually, but because the like people listening to this, if there is any, they probably don't want a spoiler. So but exactly. Like what's the gist? Like what is it about? Like
it's insane. So it is like these people like they have cats as in huge cats like tigers and lions, and they have like hundreds of them in basically their backyard. And then it gets crazier. Like I'll tell you, like the tiger part of this whole series is the least craziest part. Okay, cool. So we hit like a technical snag there.
What just happened there? Yeah.
It's that happens when you're not a podcaster trying to do a podcast. So
exactly. When you're doing podcaster just because you have time right now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Anyway, fuck it. I think it was like Tiger King. And something insane, but anyway. So anyway, I wanted to like give you my thoughts on this whole productivity thing. I've been using this thing called Forest. So this is an app. I think you use it as well, right? I think we talked about it.
Yeah. You suggested. You suggested that app.
Do you like it? I have it on screen.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly good. I mean, I think even you use it similarly to the way I do. So I don't always use it every time I'm focusing. But if, say, I'm using the phone very regularly, say I want to focus on something and I keep picking up my phone for some reason, then I make sure that I put Forest on. So that, and I've put it on that, what, deep mode or something like epic mode or
Yeah,
something like that,
exactly.
right? Where you cannot, if you go back on the, so basically for the people who are listening and who don't know what we are talking about, this is a app uh, where the concept is, so it's basically a timer app for you to focus, but here the difference is, like, the concept is, every time you keep the app, like keep the phone on that app, a virtual tree grows basically, and if you leave that, yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I love the concept. Like the feeling of killing the tree by going out of the app is actually nice.
Yeah,
Like nice
exactly.
as in the feeling is bad obviously, but
Yeah.
the concept is nice. So you don't feel it. You're like, okay, hey, my tree has grown for like past 45 minutes. Shall
Yeah,
I kill
exactly.
it now?
Yeah, you.
And then it's like you feel guilty.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like,
You have incentive not to kill the tree, which by
yeah,
definition also gives you incentive to focus on your work. So which is like really cool, and like it's kept me productive.
super, man.
I
Yeah,
other,
it has, it
I mean,
has.
it's a very simple thing, right? Like the tree does not die, but it actually keeps you motivated, which is
Exactly, and there's been so many apps like that, right? But no one kept like got the tree concept in this whole mix.
yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's what makes it epic.
There's so
I think
many, yeah.
it was a paid app on iOS, right? I think we bought it like, I think 150
Yeah, I think
some
it was
rupees or
like,
something.
yeah, I think it's like $2
Yeah,
in the US, $1 or
yeah,
$2,
yeah,
maybe something like that. But
exactly.
it's very
Yeah, I
cheap.
think it's worth it, man. Yeah, it's, I
It's
think,
worth.
superb.
But like you
Yeah.
said, I don't actually use this all the time because sometimes I just don't have my phone on me. So what I've done,
Yeah, exactly. Then it's pointless,
it's
right? To actually
pointless.
go in, like pick up the phone and put Forest on.
Yeah,
So
exactly. The other thing I've been doing is like I put my phone away. Like literally, what I do is like I've gone old school in my living room. So I have a 3.5, like cable connected to speakers, and I have this like, whatever the the USB, not USB, Lightning to 3.5 adapter connected on
yeah,
top of it because fucking iPhones don't
dongle
have
life.
the dongle life, man.
Hashtag dongle life. Yeah.
Exactly. And I have that connected to my iPhone. So I play music through my iPhone in a wired way, like on purpose. I don't use
Nice.
any smart
Oh,
devices. So if I have to play music, my phone is away from me. Like it is always away from me, and then I can do other shit. So I don't actually.
correct.
So I'll put a playlist on old school style, and then I'll work. So this also
Nice, nice.
seems to work out pretty good. So
Awesome, man.
yeah.
That's actually cool. There's one cool thing I've been doing. Like what I did was so it was like a bet that I did with a friend where every morning we share a screenshot of your screen time. Okay, like your previous day screen time,
Okay.
and you compare. Okay, and then it was like at the end of this quarantine time, whoever has, like, the person gets 1 point, whoever's screen time is lesser obviously. So
Okay.
at the end of the quarantine time, whoever has the most points gives a treat or something, like at the end of it. Yeah, so the treat itself is not important, like
Yeah.
vada pav is also fine for that
Yeah.
matter, but
Basically, it's incentive to like lose your phone lesser.
and it actually, and it's surprising that it actually works. Like I don't care if I win or lose, but
Yeah.
it's like there's always that nagging feeling, like, hey, it's like, do I really need to pick up my phone right now? And majority of the time it's like, no, you don't.
No, man. I mean, usually.
Doesn't matter, I mean.
Exactly. I mean, you are like, at least I waste. Basically, whenever I'm picking up my phone, it's either to text people some bullshit, or like my friends are texting me some bullshit, or
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm checking fucking Instagram, or like,
I think rarely is it like a meaningful conversation.
It is
So
almost
what I have
never,
been doing,
yeah.
and I think if you and I, we have been doing this actually, that whenever we have a conversation, it's usually directly an audio call.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
rarely on chat. Basically, we don't chat for a long time on text.
No,
right?
we don't do
And that I think it's a better way to do it, because then like it gives you multiple advantages, right? You can understand the tone of the person talking in front of you, and the actual conversation. You can get a lot of shit like spoken about in a very short time.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of that, like texting is like all day you're texting the same shit. Like it's
Also,
pointless.
you don't get the emotion out of texting, right? It's just not the same.
Exactly.
So it's,
Exactly.
if I'm saying like this is fucking bad, like saying that on text
Yeah.
is not the same thing.
Impossible. Yeah.
The other crazy thing is people have started to like Zoom and like video chat with each other, which nobody did before, right? So first of all, it's kind of crazy
Yeah.
crazy to me. Like there are like relatives of mine that I've never met. I would have never met them anyway, right? Yeah, because of like the pandemic, like like this.
Yeah, exactly.
We live on opposite sides of the world. We don't have time. But now, like they want to like talk to me. I have no idea like why they want to talk to me. But suddenly they want to talk to me, which is, I mean, just think about it. A few strands of DNA, a virus that started in China somewhere, makes my relatives talk to me over fucking like Zoom.
Yeah, like complete habit change, right? I mean,
complete
people
habit
who never use these things are also like, yeah, video call, why not? Yeah. And all
Exactly.
of a sudden, like, there's like 4 or 5 people doing video calls at the same time. It's crazy. But I think that's a good habit. Like, to me, that's a more positive habit than, say, scrolling Instagram, for example. Like, scrolling more Instagram is pointless to me, but like actually having a video call with like anyone, like it doesn't even matter if like the person is close or not,
Yeah.
is I think a more constructive thing of like of your time.
Man, the Instagram thing, like, I don't know why, but even I get caught into this loop of scrolling Instagram, right? Like, even if I go to Instagram now, I can like scroll this like pointlessly. Okay, I'm not logged in, but like,
Yeah, because Instagram is like addictive, man. That's the whole point, right? It's like no one looks bad on Instagram. Like no human being
yeah, that's true.
freaking looks bad.
Everybody's putting their
Everybody.
most filtered, like, if you look
Filtered,
at,
exactly. Like exactly. Even the no filter ones, especially rather the no filter ones.
oh yeah, I mean, everybody looks great on Instagram, especially your generic hot girl, right? Like your generic hot
Oh,
girl,
totally.
right? Like
Totally.
she's doing everything to look basically like her best on Instagram every time. So when you're scrolling through Instagram, you're like, who are these people? Why don't I see them in actual life?
See
right?
them, yeah, exactly.
And you go out and like none of those people exist. so I mean,
because out there it's actually hashtag no filter.
yeah, exactly. There is hashtag no filter outside, but the moment you go into perfect lighting conditions and like whatever they do, right?
You don't even need that anymore, right? You don't even need the perfect lighting. It's all in post these days, like some beauty filter shit, like
Oh, you don't
whatever.
need.
I don't.
Oh, you don't need
Yeah,
lighting.
you don't need.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That's-
These Chinese phones, like all these Chinese phones, have like amazing beauty filters. Like even if you look shit, you can like filter it to like like dial it to 9, and you look like babe. Like, and if you're a guy, unfortunately, your beard looks like it's one
like a
like
smooth beard.
yeah, smooth beard. Like it's like drawn on your face with some pencil or something, with some pen.
So what we need to advocate for is like a manly beard filter that actually looks manly for people who cannot grow a beard.
So yeah, there should be like a like Shivaji Maharaj type beard filter, or King Leonidas beard filter or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like it's like this is Sparta. You can say that too, with beard.
Exactly. So if any like talented engineer out there wants to make a beard filter, you have our support. Not our money, but you have our support.
Not our money, because we especially don't give a shit about Instagram. So
No, we don't. But Instagram is purely for trolling. But we do mindlessly scroll Instagram because we are human every now and then. Yeah.
every now and
Every now and then. So that's
yeah,
that.
can't deny that, man. Can't deny that.
Man, people are
Like,
losing. People are losing all their shit on Instagram. Like it's just insane. Now, like just scroll through Instagram, you will see that people.
I think you're the one who actually tagged me in one of the challenges very early on, right?
Yeah.
And I was like always like anti Instagram, anti social media, all of that. Anti as in I just didn't give a shit. And then I'm like, why the hell do people like these stories and shit? Okay, I never got it. And then in this quarantine, like I got tagged a few times. I think even you tagged like for some push-ups or some challenge like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, dude, this is interesting. I must try this. And then I did it. And it's like, so there's few things here, okay? It's like, firstly, it's amazing, like the sheer number of people who actually reply. Like maybe that's just me because I'm not used to stories and all.
Yeah.
But I was like genuinely surprised. Like I love how Instagram makes that algorithm or whatever. Like, like so many people were like, holy shit. I mean, they were just freaking 10 push-ups. Like no one gave a shit about like I didn't give a shit about it. But like the way Instagram makes things happen on it, like you put a video and then it's like all of like 200, 300, 400 people are like, like watching the story and responding this, that. And it's like crazy.
I think that's the thing. I think it's like a social, how do you call it? Like a social accountability thing. Because the moment you put something on there that says, I've done 10 push-ups and you should do 10 push-ups, there's like a competitiveness that like, like that you're bringing out in people, or at least you're trying to like have somebody prove that they can do 10 push-ups, which is nothing. I mean, it's...
And there are people hating on this shit. I mean, I don't... So, okay, look, I am anyway not a huge advocate for Instagram, but I think if something is positive, like if someone is doing some exercise, for example, and you're putting a story for that, and if you're challenging someone, and if that is making, like, compelling other people to actually get up and do the exercise just to complete the challenge, I think that's a win, right? I mean, who gives a shit? Anyway,
that's-
stories are spam.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway, stories are spam. I mean, so might as well actually try to use it for something
No, exactly.
slightly productive, like
no,
slightly
it's huge,
useful.
man. Like it's huge. Like let's think about the guy or like the girl who's like never works out, and they're like looking at Instagram push-ups, and at least they did 10 push-ups more than they did yesterday, right?
Exactly.
So it like gets the ball rolling in the right direction, and you know what? That might spark something in somebody saying like, I did 10 push-ups. Tomorrow I'm
Yeah,
going to do
maybe if I felt so good that I might continue this tomorrow,
Yeah,
and then
then-
day after tomorrow, and then day after tomorrow.
Exactly. And suddenly in 6 months, you're doing like 200 push-ups and, like you're deadlifting 300, like 500 pounds. And then suddenly you're jacked. You never
It's
know.
like God mode, yeah.
never
Suddenly you're like God mode.
Yeah. Except.
What was that cheat in GTA that made you bulk up?
Oh, yeah. I don't
Buff me up, or
me up.
something like that.
Yeah, that was really. I mean, imagine we had that like kind of cheat in like actual life. Like everybody would be buff. Unfortunately, actually, fortunately.
That
like,
will be shit though. Actually, that will
It
be
will be
actually
shit.
shit though,
It will be shit.
because then there's no differentiating factor, right? Like everyone is awesome in literally everything. Like rep is good, body is good, like weapon mastery is good, like everything is like there's no distinction at all.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
least here it's like the efforts you put in, like especially things like fitness, for example. You have to put in so much efforts, right? Rather everything, I would say, not just fitness, like coding, for example.
Yeah,
you
what-
have to actually put in so many hours in that. So
You have to-
without that, no.
There is that law,
Nothing.
right? It says like you have to put in 10,000 reps for
Yeah.
to get better. Like
10,000 hours or something, right? Yeah.
I've heard 10,000 hours, but like more recently I've heard about 10,000 reps. Like it doesn't matter how many hours.
But
you
that's
put
for
into it.
exercise, right? That's for exercise, right?
That's for pretty much anything. So like let's say you wanted to be like really good at something, you have to do it approximately 10,000 times. So so if you do like if you're programming 10,000 times, you will probably get good at it. Like
You will.
yeah. Or if you're like deadlifting
I mean,
10,000 times,
you better get good at it because then if you're not, then you're actually doing it wrong.
yeah, exactly. I mean, just think about it. Like deadlifting 10,000 times, you're probably dead by then. Like you're probably like facing the dead part of the deadlift. Because what is like that is let's see, that's 27 years. That is 27 years of deadlifting every day, man. That's just not possible. That's
But there must be people out there who must have done like consistent exercise for 27 years, right? I don't think
I'm
it's
sure, but I'm
too far-fetched. Like I wouldn't say it's impossible,
Yeah.
but yeah, very less percentage. Like
I mean,
very less percentage.
No, I'm sure you see these guys everywhere, right? Like, let's say you start like working out at like 15, 16, right? When you're just trying to go and, you just want to be like a jacked guy. And then 30 years from then is not that much, you're still in your middle age. So it's
Exactly.
pretty good. Like the people that start at 20, yeah, you're 50 by the time you've been lifting for 30 years. Not too bad. And you always see
Not
that
too bad.
badass, right? You always see that 50-year-old
Yeah.
badass. There is always that one guy.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, so
There's always that one guy who's like defying his age, like it's like how old are you, and he feels like he's 30, 35,
Yeah.
like at least his body age basically, and then it's just exercise, man, just consistent exercise.
Man,
it's crazy.
yeah, exactly. There's this one guy who goes to my gym. He's like 55 years old, and he like I was rolling with him. For people that don't know, rolling is the jiu-jitsu roll, right? So when we are on the mats,
okay.
yeah, and we are like rolling as in like we're doing, we're going through like jiu-jitsu like rep, if you will. And like we're doing this one, I forget what we were doing, but this guy, man, he was so strong, and I was trying to like choke him, like from the back or something like that. I forget what he was doing. And then after we finished, I asked him, like, how the fuck are you so strong? And he didn't look old, and he's like, dude, I'm like 55 years old, and I've been lifting for the last 35 years, and I wake up every day.
Nice, man.
He wakes up every day.
That's
at
an
like 4 a.m.
inspiration.
Insane, man. He was like strong as fuck. He was jacked. At 55, this dude is jacked. so
Nice.
that's inspiration, man. And he does jiu-jitsu.
Yes,
He started
very
recently.
good.
He started recently. He started jiu-jitsu at fucking like 55 years of age. And he's like, come on.
Nice.
Man, that's shout out to people like this. And we need more of these.
Crazy,
people.
man. Yeah, we need more of you guys for like looking up to you also, like inspiration,
Yeah, exactly.
basically.
Yep. Cool. Cool. I
So
think
about that
Yeah.
about that 10,000 hour rule you were talking about, I was watching a TED talk a few days ago, and in that I saw a really nice concept. So that guy was basically saying that the rule is 10,000 hours to mastery, right?
Yeah.
But in literature, it has been like, being converted slowly into saying 10,000 hours for you to like get anything.
Okay.
Okay, it has like kind of warped, is what he was saying. Like people think that in order for you to do anything
Yeah.
good, decent, as in you need to do it for 10,000 hours. But that's not the case actually. 10,000 hours is for like mastery, like a game, like at the top of the like pyramid, like that. Versus what he was suggesting is like, he said, wait, let me just check what was.
Yeah, I just
20
started
hours,
looking.
yeah.
20
So
hours?
20 hours, yeah, 20 hours basically. So what he was saying is, this is surprising actually, because 10,000 hours, right? So people are like ye to hoga hi nahi, like this won't, like I won't be able to do this shit. Like
Yeah.
10,000 hours, I don't have time to spend in this. Like,
Yeah.
but the thing is, he was saying 20 hours. If you do something like for 20 hours,
Yeah.
you get decently good at it. Like you get to a level where you can say, I know this shit.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Which
man.
is crazy, right? I mean, coding, if you don't know coding, for example, you do it for 20 hours and you reach to a point where you can say, yes, I know decent amount. Obviously, you are not pro at it or anything, but
Oh, that's a good idea.
I think that's a cool concept.
Yeah, I found this TED talk. It's by some guy. I found exactly what you were talking about. And
What was the name?
Uh, let's see. I don't. Let's see who actually had the talk. Josh Kaufman, somebody like that. And he talks about
Yeah.
practice for at least 20 hours. But I think that makes sense. But I don't think 20 hours is long enough, right? Like, let's say you are
Yeah,
like
it's not.
It's
It's
too
basically just. It's basically just to a point where you know how to do it at a basic level. So
I should try
just
it.
think
I
about
mean,
it.
yeah.
Just think about it, like JavaScript, for example. If you are trying to learn JavaScript, so you do it for 20 hours, like do it as in you properly do it, not like while scrolling Instagram or some shit like that, but you actually put 20 hours in it in like say through the entire week.
Yeah.
Then I mean, I don't see it too impossible to know at least the basics of JavaScript, for
No,
example.
that makes sense. Have you read that book, Atomic Habits?
Oh yeah, I've downloaded it. You've
Dude, it's an
suggested it the
awesome
other
book,
day,
man.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it talks about very similar things.
I think we should discuss this about this book in the next podcast. Like we should discuss it in like detail.
Yeah,
in that, like
for
particularly
sure.
in that.
Yeah, let's do that on the next one. But the short answer is like doing stuff every day, doing stuff every day, just a little bit better than yesterday, like adds up to like massive results over time. And I think that's true. I think that's very true.
That's
So
very true, man.
let's dig into like that book next week or
Yeah,
something.
it's very good actually. I've read like summaries and all. We should talk about that also. I wanted to ask you about book summaries versus reading the entire book. I think that this is an interesting topic. We'll definitely talk about it.
Yep, cool. We still have to name this podcast, so
Yeah, we definitely have to name this podcast.
that seems like an important thing to do if you start a podcast. So
Yeah.
so not
Anyone
bad for
listening, if you have a name suggestion, please drop it. We'll appreciate it. We have like zero.
Exactly.
We just I'm not able to think of a good name right now.
How many people do you think will listen to this podcast? I'm betting like 3. So
Yeah, three or four people. Like
3 or 4.
basically the people who we actually ping and say that, hey, this is our podcast, listen to it right now, and then they'll be like, okay, bro, like yeah, whatever.
exactly. So let's get suggestions from those 3 or 4 people then. I think
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
cool. Sounds good. All right, let's end
Sounds
this
good, man.
and let's talk
Yes.
about this. Let's do Atomic Habits next week. That's a good one.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
All right.
All right. Bye, man.
Yes,
Bye,
bye.
guys. Everyone listening. Bye.